Welcome to Psych Insight, where we view the world through the lens of psychology. If you find this content helpful, please share, like, and subscribe to join our community and stay updated with our latest insights. Thank you for watching. Imagine a bird, a beautiful bird with vibrant feathers, trapped within a cage of gold. The cage glistens, radiating a deceptive beauty that masks its true nature. This is the world of a daughter raised by a narcissistic mother. It is a world of contradictions, a confusing blend of love and manipulation, care and control. The narcissistic mother can be charming and charismatic, showering her daughter with attention and praise, only to withdraw it just as quickly. It's a constant push and pull, a roller coaster of emotions that leaves the daughter feeling insecure and unworthy. The daughter yearns for her mother's love and approval, but the terms of this love are always shifting, always conditional. Daughters of narcissistic mothers often grow up believing that they are never enough. They strive relentlessly to please their mothers, but their efforts are never truly acknowledged. The mother's insatiable need for validation and admiration becomes a black hole, consuming the daughter's sense of self. Today, we will explore the complex dynamics between narcissistic mothers and their daughters, shedding light on the lasting impact of this difficult relationship. It delves into the emotional manipulation, the subtle but pervasive control, and the long-term consequences for the daughter's self-esteem and emotional well-being. Narcissistic mothers are masters of control. They manipulate their daughters through a variety of tactics, often disguised as love and concern. They may use guilt trips, emotional blackmail, or even threats to get their way. They also neglect and may disappear at times. One common tactic is to instill a sense of dependence in their daughters. They may discourage their daughters from pursuing their own interests or forming close relationships outside the family. The message is clear. The daughter needs her mother, and she should prioritize her mother's needs above her own. Another form of control is through information. Narcissistic mothers often withhold information or twist the truth to suit their own agenda. They may spread rumors or gossip about their daughters, creating a web of distrust and isolation. The daughter is left feeling confused and unsure of whom to believe. These manipulative tactics create an environment of uncertainty and fear for the daughter. She learns to walk on eggshells, constantly trying to anticipate her mother's moods and reactions. The daughter's sense of self becomes eroded as she sacrifices her own needs and desires to appease her controlling mother. One of the most damaging aspects of a narcissistic mother-daughter relationship is the element of competition. A narcissistic mother sees her daughter not as an individual, but as an extension of herself. This leads to a distorted sense of self, where the daughter's achievements are seen as a threat rather than a source of pride. Instead of celebrating her daughter's successes, the narcissistic mother may feel threatened by them. She might downplay her daughter's accomplishments or even sabotage her efforts. This can manifest in subtle ways, such as making snide remarks or withholding praise. The narcissistic mother may also be jealous of her daughter's youth, beauty, or relationships. She may try to undermine her daughter's confidence by making critical comments about her appearance or social life. The daughter is left feeling inadequate and unworthy, constantly comparing herself to her mother and falling short. This unhealthy competition creates a rift between mother and daughter. It prevents the development of a genuine supportive bond, replacing it with a toxic dynamic of envy and resentment. The daughter internalizes this message of inadequacy, carrying it with her into adulthood and impacting her relationships and self-worth. Criticism is a weapon wielded skillfully by the narcissistic mother. It's a tool to maintain control, to keep her daughter off balance and perpetually seeking her approval. This criticism is rarely constructive. It's designed to wound, to chip away at the daughter's self-esteem. No aspect of the daughter's life is safe from scrutiny. Her appearance, her choices, her relationships, her dreams, all are subject to her mother's harsh judgment. The daughter is constantly told she is not good enough, not smart enough, not pretty enough. This constant barrage of negativity creates a deep sense of inadequacy in the daughter. She internalizes these criticisms, believing them to be true reflections of her worth. The daughter's inner voice becomes a chorus of her mother's disapproval, undermining her confidence and her ability to trust her own judgment. The narcissistic mother's criticism is often veiled in a cloak of concern. She may claim that she is only trying to help her daughter improve, to prepare her for the harsh realities of the world. This facade of care makes it even more difficult for the daughter to recognize the abuse for what it is. Role reversal, the daughter as parent. In a healthy parent-child relationship, the parent provides care and support for the child. However, in a narcissistic mother-daughter dynamic, the roles become reversed. The daughter is often forced to take on the role of the caregiver, catering to her mother's emotional needs. The narcissistic mother may rely on her daughter for emotional validation, expecting her to constantly boost her ego and cater to her whims. The daughter becomes a sounding board for her mother's complaints, a source of comfort and attention. This creates an unhealthy dynamic where the daughter's needs are neglected and her own emotional development is stunted. This role reversal can manifest in various ways. The daughter may be responsible for household chores beyond her years, or she may be expected to provide emotional support and advice to her mother. The daughter's childhood is overshadowed by her mother's needs, leaving her feeling drained and depleted. This unhealthy dynamic leaves the daughter feeling responsible for her mother's happiness. She carries the burden of her mother's emotional well-being, sacrificing her own needs and desires in the process. This pattern of self-sacrifice can continue into adulthood, impacting the daughter's relationships and her ability to set healthy boundaries. The emotional scars, long-term effects on daughters. The impact of a narcissistic mother's behavior leaves deep, lasting scars on her daughter's psyche. The daughter may struggle with a myriad of emotional and psychological issues well into adulthood. These scars can manifest in various ways, impacting her relationships, self-esteem, and overall well-being. One of the most common struggles is a pervasive sense of inadequacy. The daughter internalizes her mother's criticisms, believing she is not good enough, not worthy of love and acceptance. This can lead to low self-esteem, anxiety, and depression. Daughters of narcissistic mothers may also struggle with forming healthy relationships. They may be drawn to partners who are emotionally unavailable or abusive, unconsciously replicating the familiar dynamic of their childhood. They may also have difficulty trusting others, fearing betrayal and abandonment. The daughter may also develop a heightened sense of responsibility for others' feelings. Having spent her childhood catering to her mother's emotional needs, she may struggle to set boundaries and assert her own needs. This can lead to burnout, resentment, and a sense of being trapped in unhealthy relationships. Breaking the chains. Recognizing the pattern. The first step towards healing is recognizing the pattern of narcissistic abuse. This can be a difficult and painful process, as it requires acknowledging the unhealthy dynamics of the mother-daughter relationship. The daughter may have spent years minimizing or rationalizing her mother's behavior, blaming herself for the conflict. However, breaking free from the emotional grip of a narcissistic mother requires facing the truth. It requires acknowledging that her mother's behavior is not her fault, and that she deserves to be treated with respect and love. There are several signs that can help identify a narcissistic mother. These include a constant need for admiration, a lack of empathy, a tendency to exploit others, and a pattern of manipulation and control. The daughter may recognize these traits in her mother's interactions with others as well. It's important to remember that daughters of narcissistic mothers often have a distorted view of what constitutes a healthy relationship. They may have normalized their mother's behavior, believing it to be normal or even acceptable. Recognizing the pattern requires challenging these deeply ingrained beliefs and developing a new understanding of healthy boundaries and emotional respect. The path to healing. Seeking therapy and support. Breaking free from the emotional grip of a narcissistic mother is not a journey to be undertaken alone. Seeking professional help is crucial in navigating the complex emotions and challenges that arise in the process of healing. Therapy provides a safe and supportive space for the daughter to explore her experiences and develop healthy coping mechanisms. A therapist can help her understand the dynamics of narcissistic abuse, challenge her negative self-beliefs, and develop strategies for setting boundaries and asserting her needs. Group therapy can also be incredibly beneficial. Connecting with other women who have experienced similar challenges creates a sense of validation and shared understanding. It provides a platform for sharing experiences, offering support, and learning from each other's journeys. In addition to therapy, building a supportive network of friends and family is essential. surrounding oneself with people who offer unconditional love and acceptance can help counteract the negative messages internalized from the narcissistic mother. These relationships provide a sense of belonging, security, and validation. Reclaiming your life. Setting boundaries and establishing independence. Setting boundaries is a crucial step in reclaiming one's life from the influence of a narcissistic mother. It's about defining what is acceptable and unacceptable behavior and communicating these limits clearly and assertively. This can be a challenging process, as narcissistic mothers often react negatively to any attempt to assert independence. The daughter may need to limit contact with her mother, both physically and emotionally. This might involve reducing phone calls, visits, or even going no contact for a period of time. The key is to prioritize one's own well-being and create a safe space for healing. Establishing financial independence is another important step. This empowers the daughter to make her own choices and break free from any financial control or leverage her mother may have. It allows her to create a life on her own terms, free from manipulation or coercion. Reclaiming one's life also involves rediscovering one's passions and pursuing personal goals. It's about identifying the dreams that may have been stifled or discouraged by the narcissistic mother and taking steps to make them a reality. This process of self-discovery can be incredibly empowering, fostering a sense of agency and self-worth. Embracing authenticity, rediscovering your true self. The journey of healing from narcissistic abuse involves rediscovering one's true self. It's about peeling away the layers of negative programming and self-doubt, revealing the authentic individual beneath. This process requires courage, self-compassion, and a willingness to explore one's inner landscape. One of the first steps is to challenge the negative self-beliefs that have been internalized from the narcissistic mother. This involves questioning the critical voice in one's head, recognizing that it's based on distorted perceptions and not on truth. It's about replacing those negative thoughts with positive affirmations and self-acceptance. Exploring one's passions and interests is another crucial aspect of rediscovering one's true self. This may involve revisiting childhood hobbies, trying new activities, or simply allowing oneself to be curious and explore different avenues of self-expression. The goal is to reconnect with the activities that bring joy, fulfillment, and a sense of purpose. Embracing authenticity also means honoring one's own values and beliefs. It's about making choices that align with one's own moral compass, even if they differ from the expectations of the narcissistic mother. This process of individuation can be liberating, fostering a sense of autonomy and self-respect. Conclusion: a journey of liberation and self-discovery. The journey of healing from the wounds inflicted by a narcissistic mother is a process of liberation and self-discovery. It's about breaking free from the chains of emotional manipulation, reclaiming one's power, and embracing one's authentic self. This journey is not easy, nor is it linear. It requires courage, resilience, and a willingness to confront painful truths. But the rewards are immeasurable. By facing the challenges of this difficult relationship, daughters of narcissistic mothers can emerge stronger, wiser, and more self-aware. They can learn to set healthy boundaries, cultivate self-compassion, and develop fulfilling relationships based on mutual respect and love. The scars of the past may never fully disappear, but they can become badges of honor, testaments to the daughter's strength and resilience. The journey of healing is ultimately a testament to the power of the human spirit to overcome adversity and emerge transformed. It's a journey of self-discovery, leading to a life of greater authenticity, freedom, and joy.